Hi, this is Mr. David out here. Today we are going to be starting on a new unit in camera movement. I want us to first challenge ourselves and see what we already know. So go to Google Classroom, click on the Google form, and challenge yourself to see what you know about the equipment behind good quality camera movement. So do that now. I want to start a lesson on camera movement today. This is the first lesson in many lessons on camera movement. And I want to share with you the techniques that I've learned along the way, and also to hopefully enlighten you about how you can take your screenplays or your commercials or public service announcements and take them from amateur production to high quality professional production. So I put a PowerPoint together, and I'm sorry if you see me looking down. I actually have my PowerPoint on my lower screen, but that being said, I'm going to teach you about, again, camera techniques and how to make your projects high quality professional film. So let's begin. So first off, I want to define with you what camera movement is. And I found a definition online that basically states that camera movement is physical movement. It's any physical movement of the camera during the course of a shoot. So of a given shot. So that doesn't mean that it's actually the stage direction that the subject is supposed to be going in from a director's perspective, but it's actually about the manipulating of the camera around a subject. So whether that camera is going from high angle to low angle, one shot to two shot, really extreme close up to wide shot, whatever that may be, that is part of camera movement. So our focus of our module is going to be to develop students' ability to use a camera as a tool to collect a variety of videos. Students are going to focus on developing techniques to tell stories and craft messages with use of one or more cameras. So hopefully you guys and girls feel like you're already doing that. Feel like you're already crafting messages, feel like you're already developing techniques of camera movement and how you use the camera to tell a story. This lesson today is going to have a heavy focus on camera stabilizing system. So what is the camera stabilizing system? Well, in essence, a camera stabilizer system is just a fancier way of saying, I want a nice smooth shot from my camera. There's many different ways to do this, but we're going to really look at a few different stabilizers that we have available to us in the classroom. And again, I know that it's kind of a hard time right now. We can't use the equipment, unfortunately, that we used to have in the classroom. I can, because I have some of it in my own home that I've taken home with me to show you guys. That being said, we're not going to be able to actually utilize this information till we get back in the studio. The first piece of equipment that I brought up to you guys in the Google form today was the handheld camera stabilizer. Now, it's not that big of a piece of equipment. This does have a latch down here that can actually, you can go in and really small, and it fits the screen, or you can go down just a couple of inches. And going down a couple of inches, it allows you to help with the weight. You can make it lessen of a weight. It's got two different, handles. You're gonna grip it most of the time on here. We're also gonna have that handle on the side as well. Then it just has a plate. This isn't a slide plate like you would have on an actual tripod, but this has basically a screw mount in the back of this that is going to have your camera stabilize on it. So why do we use a handheld camera stabilizer? Well, we're using a handheld camera stabilizer to get professional, high quality footage. And high quality footage does not always mean that we need to have a very expensive camera like this. High quality footage could mean everything from lighting to actually camera movement and not making a video much more eye-friendly, or eye candy, if you will, to the viewer. So it's much more visually stimulating. If you have good camera movement, if you've got good color, all of these different aspects of film that really play a huge part into your projects. And you're going to realize this as we go on in this class. So let's just kind of take a look here. I know this is a much longer video, but I did want to point out a few things that I saw in this video that, you know, hopefully through my video recording, you're gonna at least have to watch. So let me just kind of preface this. This guy is out in Florida, beautiful day out. He's trying to show us two different things. He's trying to show us what video looks like without a stabilizer like this, okay? And what it looks like with it. I want to show you. So, you know, here again was our first one. Here's our second one. This is our stabilization grip handle, right? It's got a grip handle, that's why it's called, and it stabilizes the camera. And that's why it's called a stabilization grip handle, all right? So you can, with this, get nice low angles, really get a smooth swoop in, all right, to your actual subject, with it not being jostling like I would have to use here, with it kind of stabilizing that. So the reason why we use this is it's shockproof, right? It's not going to allow our camera to shake very much. It's got a nice mount for a light or a microphone if you want to put on here. It's just a really good piece of equipment for stabilizing your camera. This is like $13 here, and I know I'm not pleased by any means am I saying for you guys and girls to go out and purchase this stuff. This is not my intention at all. This is just to show you why camera movement is so important and why these pieces of equipment can help you out in your own film. So, but this is really what I wanted to show you. So, beautiful day out, right? Skateboarding, always cool to get something, you know, moving on the camera, whether it's skiing or skating, biking on a course. So this is what they're using, that X grip stabilizer, to get footage like this. You know, one other thing I think I'll say is you don't need, you know, really expensive equipment to get the actual movement that you're looking for. I mean, hey, this is something that's just a, you know, horseshoe, you know, camera grip mount, and look at how nice the actual footage is coming out with just that. So let's get back into our slides. I think we're coming to our point where I'm going to have you pause this video. Yep, so I want you to pause the video right now, and we're actually going to compare and contrast the two different stabilizers that I've just shared with you a little bit about. So there's a Google Doc in the Google Classroom. I want you to open up that Google Doc. I want you to put your name. I want you to put your similarities and your differences that you found with the two different stabilizers. So use the videos that I've just showed you. You can go back and look at my slides or the Google form and pick out those two similarities and two differences that you found. So do that now, and I will be right back. All right, so right now you should be back with me. I just asked you a couple of things, is to pause the video and write down two similarities, two differences between the two pieces of equipment that I just showed you. So here's some of the answers that I've come up with, that I've found with similar and different between the two of them. So similarity. Both of them are very easily transportable. Both of them have the same mission to do, right? To stabilize your shots, to get you really nice, clean, smooth, and professional looking video. So those three things are by far the greatest that they are similar to. So how about some of the differences? The differences I found is that, you know, these two shapes, right? This shape and this shape, definitely not the same, right? This one you cannot hold the way you hold this one. This one does not have weights like this one does below. This does not have a plate. This one does not have a plate. In this one, you would need to have a mount for an iPhone. I guess similarly, you know, you need to have an iPhone mount for here, but you know, this one does allow you, in most cases, to have a microphone or light up top there. And the grip handles, right? The grip handle, this one's got a nice pad, or this one's got nice cold, you know, metal, but it does have that padded bar at the end of it. So, a couple of differences there. My next thing, camera dolly, all right? Camera dolly, this big hunk of metal here. So this is a great way to stabilize your camera when you are needing a shot, all right, of someone walking down a hallway. If you need a shot of maybe someone walking down a staircase, if you need a shot of someone walking up or walking down a hill, this is a great way of putting your tripod on the end of these brackets here. All right, this is going to lock it in place, and you're going to actually move these arms out and lock this in. And then this is going to ride. This is going to move your camera back and forth. So, you know, that's a really great way of using a dolly to create really nice, smooth camera shots. Got a little video here if you'd like to look at it to see a little bit more about different dollies, and I'll throw some pictures up on the classroom with, you know, a few of these different pieces of equipment out in the field, some still shots, just so you can get a kind of a another example, if you will, for, you know, what these things are. All right, so gimbal stabilizer, all right? This is something we haven't used before. This is in class. We have a, you know, stabilizer for your phone. This has a little dial here that you can record actually on here. It's got a part that you can have a mount at the end. You can zoom in or zoom out with the lever here. So that is a way that, you know, this is transportable. This goes in your backpack, really. But you can get the same shots that you can with, you know, your stabilizer here, or your glide cam. Your glide cam here. So, you know, that DJI piece of equipment gets you the same result. A little bit higher quality, maybe of a you know, a video with your phone, you know, if you don't have that expensive a camera, but, you know, needless to say, it does a great job. So as you saw there that, you know, the gimbal and that these stabilizers, the thing that they do is you don't have to just go up and down with it, but you can go diagonal with it. You can go from a low angle to a high angle, or a bird's eye view to a worm's eye view, just in the matter of seconds. And it really gives you that nice cinematic shot that all of the big studios use in their own videos. And how cool is that, you know, taking that to a castle and shooting that with the iPhone that he has and the gimbal that he has. It just looks beautiful countryside and really cool, unique, eclectic medieval castle, which is awesome. All right, so next one, the DJI Pocket Osmo. So this right here is lightweight, connects to your phone through the USB. That is right here. It's got a viewfinder in the back. And this, when you turn this on, I believe this is charged, but if I would, it is. So it's now on. And I You have a little screen back here. Plug this into my iPhone. So I think you get the point of it here, what I was trying to talk to you, about it. You can fly through a lot of different things and you get that nice cinematic look again. So now that I've talked about the two different stabilizers, again, the DJI Osmo and the DJI Osmo Pocket, I want you to look at this resource guide, all right? If you remember way back when, we put some vocabulary words, we put some definitions on the resource guide to help us navigate how we do certain procedures, how we do things like capture a screenshot. So these are all things that we should have in our resource guide so we can look at when we go forward in camera movement, we can say, oh, this is the actual, handheld stabilizer. This is my gimbal, my stabilizer that I'm going to use as far as getting those low angles and those high angles, those, walking very, very slowly towards my. Last but not least, wanted to talk to you about a little something called a crane. These are also known as jibs in video production. I was a jib operator a long time ago, it's about 5 years ago now. A lot of fun to use, does a lot to your video projects and your studio projects. That gives it a really nice, high quality, smooth video that you can use in all your films. So let's just take a look at a little bit of video that the crane does. So here we go. So he's showing you how to set up this actual jib, and you can buy different jibs. The studio that we have at school, we could have a jib in there. We could have a small jib, we could have a large jib. But these are the kinds of shots So these are some of the shots that I was hoping to get you to see in the film. So as you see, he's getting a bird's eye view just from that high placement of that jib. You can also see that with the jib that he has, you can manipulate just the camera, or you can manipulate the jib itself with this camera to actually get the angle and the shot that you want. So for a commercial piece or for an actual movie, a PSA, commercial, whatever you are looking to film, you can get really nice angles like this down below that can show your product, can show your subject, and it really takes, like I've said before, your video from just looking very amateur to looking high quality and professional. So that's all basically I have it for you today, the equipment that we've gone over. If you can, fill out this exit slip that I've posted on Google Classroom. Next time we're actually going to move on in camera movement, and we're going to look at understanding concepts of composition, perspective, and point of view. So that's what you have to look forward to next time. Hope all of you are safe, be well, have a good day. Bye.